The first grade standard that I'd like to introduce to you today that we are learning in school is the understanding of place values. And it is so important because it's pretty much the basis for all other methods used to teach math concepts, and it's one of the hardest for our children to grasp. One of the games that I introduced in class, and I'm going to send it home to you, it's called a place value hunt, and the kids really like it. It's activity, hands-on. That's how we do our math sessions. We do a lot of activities based learning, and I thought this was a good game that you could play at home with your children to reinforce the concept, considering they did like the game so well. Basically what the children will bring home is sheets that have these squares on them, and they'll have, I think it's 8 squares to a sheet, and you can just cut them out with your kids. Mine are laminated. You don't have to laminate them, but they have A through, I think it's A through R, and then they have some ones that are writing and have pictures on them and are little exercises, which I'll explain later. So if you want to cut these out with your kids, if the kids use them, please have them use safety scissors. And then they will also have a recording sheet, and it's A through I and then J through R on the back, and then the columns it says tens, ones, and then a number. So what we did in school and how we played it in school, this is how they would know how to play it, is what we did was we put them on the wall and covered them up, taped them up on the wall and covered sticky notes over the cover of them so they wouldn't see the letter and then the place value picture that it represents. And we hid them so you can hide them around the house. If it's nice outside, going outside would be a great extension to get more activity outside. Just please keep it safe in the places that you put it for the kids, and obviously within their reach so they can get it and grab it and obviously, look at the sticky easy enough. So what they will do is they'll take the recording sheet and you can go around with them, and if you hide them harder, you might help them find them. And you'll go up, and I'll pull it off so you can see it. It's closer. They'll go up and uncover the sticky, so it'll say I, and then they'll find the letter I on the recording sheet, and then they need to count the base 10 blocks and then the ones. So for this one, it would be 1, 2, 2 tens in the 10 spot, and then there'd be 1. So there'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they would mark that in the 1 spot. So for I, there would be 2 in the tens and then 6 in the ones, and then the number would be 26. So that's ultimately how they would, and then they would eventually fill up this sheet and then the back of the sheet as well. What we put in the mix was exercise ones. So they would uncover ones that say do 10 push-ups, or I think this one was stretch and touch your toes 3 times. So these are just good activities that adds exercise into them. That's why I used them in school, to move them around during the end of the day. But I would encourage you at home to use things that your child enjoys. An extra, 10 minutes of TV time or game time or something special between you and your child that would, really encourage them to play the game with you and just help them enjoy it that much more. And you don't have to do it all at once. You can do just a few a night, and that would get them excited. Maybe you could do it throughout the week and just do a few a night, 2 or 3 a night, and then at the end of the week, go through them and discuss them with your kids. And you can change it up if you wanted to add different cards in there. But I thought this was something fun that you could do with them at home. And like I said, this is one of the foundations that's hardest for us to learn right now. We've been working on it for several weeks, is the place value. So working on this at home would just reinforce what we're doing in school and help them learn. I would appreciate it. If you have any questions, you can contact me. Thank you.